Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Grange Head Teacher Assembly for the 26th of September 2020. Now, you can see, as always, I've got my image of planting a tree that's about nurturing the future. I've got the CC way, but there's a number 9, and the question is, why is there a number 9 over there? Let's see and come back to that. You know who I am, Mr. Kerbal, your head teacher. Proud to be the head teacher of all of you, and here we go with another assembly for the 4th week back at school. So what are we aiming for at Grange, the CC way? Well, we know we want a great caring attitude. We want to really try our best. We want to always be learning, especially from our mistakes. We are not scared of mistakes. We want to go for improvement and progress. We want an education that helps everybody to learn to make great choices, and we want to never give up. That's what the CC way is all about. Now, the assembly this week is about something really, really important. Next week in October, we are starting the Black History Month. Now, you might have heard of this movement called Black Lives Matter, and maybe you've talked about it. And it's quite an important thing. If you haven't talked about it, or if you don't know what it's about, you need to find out. Most important thing is that we are saying that Black Lives Matter, and we cannot tolerate anybody behaving in a racist way that disrespects anybody's lives. And particularly, historically, we've seen that people who are black are sometimes treated in a really unfair, racist manner. And that is not going to be accepted at our school. Grange is an anti-racism school. Now, there are 3 powerful actions, I think, that we can all really think about and try to put into action with our kind hands and with our great actions. And number 1 is to make sure that we really learn history properly. We're very, very blessed at Grange, and we put a lot of emphasis on our history curriculum. So let's make sure we really learn history properly. And by that I mean, for example, Black British history. A lot of times it has not been studied properly. We haven't looked properly and understood what is Black history. And we need to make sure that when we learn history, we're not just learning what people tell us, oh, well, that's the history. We've got to make sure that we know our history, so everybody feels respected and everybody understands properly what is going on. We live in an amazing, amazing country. We live in a brilliant country, but like any other country, it has its brilliant parts and it has its also dark parts of history that we really need to tackle and address. Things like slavery, things like colonialism. We'll learn about all those things. So we need to make sure we learn history properly. We need to make sure we respect everyone. And we need to make sure that we are working to bring equity. So what is equity? Now, I've seen this image. It's been publicized a lot on social media recently, but it is really, really interesting. If you look on the left, equality, everybody's getting the same size box so that they can stand and look over the fence to see the game. But that equality doesn't really help the little boy, because even though he's got the same box as everybody else, he's being treated equally, doesn't help him. But if you look at equity on the right-hand side, can you see, well, we think, well, does the adult really need a box? He doesn't need a box. Does the big boy need a box? Well, he needs the box so he can see over. The little boy, he needs 2 boxes. And that's equity. It's really looking at what do people need and addressing it. And our thing is, we're saying right now that it's not good enough to simply say, oh, well, everybody should just be treated equally. We've got to go and look what people need. And one of the things that we need to address is that we need to learn more Black history. We need to learn Black history not just in 1 month, but the whole year. And we need to know what it means to be Black and British and to be proud about that and to respect everybody and respect each one of ourselves. Because if we respect others, we can respect ourselves as well. And that's why I put a number 9 at the start of the assembly, because in 1957, on September the 25th, so 63 years ago, just this Friday was the 25th of September. Well, in 1957, In America, there were so many laws that said that schools should be segregated. That meant that if you were black, you had to go to a separate school. If you were white, you had to go to a separate school. You could not have people mixing. And that was challenged in the court. And in the court, they said that is illegal. That is wrong. People should not have to go to a separate school because of the color of their skin. The trouble was that many, many people wouldn't listen to the court. And the Little Rock Nine, in a place called Little Rock, 9 pupils, they were chosen specially because they were very brave and very courageous. They were chosen to join the white school, the school that had been up to that point white. The head teacher of that school only wanted white children in that school. The governor of that state in America only wanted white children. But because the court had said, these brave 9 pupils went into the secondary school and stood up for their values. And in 1958, the first of them actually graduated. His name was Ernest Green. And the point is, these 9 people in history, being brave and courageous, they help all of us to have an amazing school like Grange, an anti-racist school that stands up for everybody and treats people with equity, looking at the needs of each person and trying to address those needs and build an education to make the world a better place. Look up the Little Rock Nine and see what you can find out. Be brave and courageous and stand up for our values. We know the CC way. We want each of us to be confident and considerate. We know CC walking. We know CC lining up. We know CC walking is really a great way that makes our school a better place. Now, here are stars of the week. There have been children who have got gold. And look at this. And this is starting with the younger ones going up to the older. Dennis N., Abbas, Tommy, Tabak, Lauren T., Sammy A., Majid, Yasin, Sakina, Bavita, Wissam, and the whole of the Greta Thunberg class. All of you have achieved gold. We are proud of you. Continue to be CC learners, confident and considerate. Now, the Grange House of Water. Well, you got a whopping 1,380 positive points this week. Mate with 90, Louisa, Maya with Semina with 20, Blinarts, Dennis N, Ryan, Bassett, Ayana, and Ashvini with 27, Natalia 27, Sarah, and Zara, and Logan, brilliant, Aliyah, Irfan, Pharrell, brilliant Pharrell, and Sakina, and Agash, and Bavita with 53 points in the last week. Brilliant House of Water. Grange House of Fire, 1,283 positive points. Jalal, Zion, Tiago, Princess, Majid, Tabak, Emeld, Medina, Faiza, Amos, Adam, Hader with 26 points, Ansar 27, and Soraya, Branshika, Harun with 38, Vishwesh, Farhad H with 44, Shana with 47, Bathanan 47, Murthiga with a whopping 66 points. I think the highest individual score this week. Grange House of Air, 1,201 points. That's a great improvement. Reva with 20, Mustafa O with 22, Imran with 22, Bianca with 21, Abdullah with 21, Yasin 25, Ibra 27, Mariam, Nikki, Ajay, Nicoletta, Blessing 45, Shravan 46 points. Well done. Grange House of Air, 1,351 positive points. Hussein, Stefania, Aitan, Sami, Vladut, brilliant, Habiz, Nehara with 46 points, Sama with 25, Maria A, 31, Izan 36, Jabril 38, Aitan 38, and Zohaib 38, and Rice 40 points. Brilliant work, and we're still going. Danusha 40, Lion 42, and Maha 63 points, Grange House of Fire. Now, the whole Grange community all together in 1 week, a whopping 4,425 points. That is absolutely brilliant. And I got to say, there were some champion classes who excelled with their contribution. Anna's class, 333 points. Proud of you. Look at Malala class, 371 points. Tubman class, 569 points. Lister class, 526. I was putting the champion of the class in each of these classes. And Irfan and Logan, they tied with 34 points. Well done in Lister class. And our champions, Mandela class, 868 points with Murtha as their champion. Now we've got a positive CC points running total, 3 weeks. We've got 10,505 points. Our target for this half term, and we're halfway through the half term, 21,000 points. And we're going to see what prize we get for 21,000 points. I think I'm going to announce that next week. So be great, be Grange. Live your lives with confidence and consideration. Enjoy the week ahead. Be safe and happy. Be brave and courageous to stand up for equity. We're an anti-racist school. We're proud of who we are. We learn together. We respect each other. We achieve our potential. Be great because we are Grange.